Do you think if they had not tried to hide, Coldplay would have moved on?
100%.
Rock is saying Orchestrate from Kristen Cabot is ahead of it there. Their alleged affair was exposed on a kiss cam at Coldplay concert in Boston, sparking interest due to workplace ethics.
Now,
Stop what you're
Andy
doing,
Byron is allegedly
because this
mad
story
about
goes
it.
from peaceful
Sources say he
Coldplay vibes
confronted
to full-on
Coldplay's team,
tech
maybe even
world
Chris
chaos.
himself.
And
this has
somehow,
spiraled
Chris
into a
Martin gets
real-time
dragged
soap
into
opera
it.
where tech
Yes, that
bros and
Chris
pop
Martin,
stars collide.
the voice
Let's break this
behind
down,
Fix You,
because I promise
Gwyneth
it
Paltrow's
only gets
ex,
messier.
and the
At
last
Coldplay
dude
concert,
you'd
you're
expect
with
to
your
spark a
colleague
scandal.
Kristen
But
Cabot.
now,
She's the head of
he's
HR at
dead
your
center
company.
of the
You're
storm.
both married,
It all kicked
but not
off
to
at a
each other.
Coldplay
You're sitting
concert
together in the
where fans
nosebleeds
caught
thinking,
something way
nobody's going to
spicier
see
than
us
the
up
set
here.
list.
And then
The
someone finds
Jumbotron
Andy's wife's
zoomed in on
Facebook.
Andy
She has
Byron,
like 300
billionaire
friends.
CEO
She probably
of a
thought
data
she was
giant
safe
called
until
Astronomer,
10,000
looking real
strangers
cozy
start
with
tagging
Kristen
her in the
Cabot,
video
who
and
just so
commenting things. He
happens
later
to be the
removed his
head of
last name
HR
from
at
her
his company.
profile.
But
No
here's the
statement,
kicker.
no
They're
post,
both
just a
married,
silent
just
nude.
not to each
Kristen's
other.
husband,
When the
no
camera
official
caught them,
word,
they
but
froze
insiders
up
say
like they
he
just
found
got
out
hit with
online.
FBI
Some
heat.
even
And
say
Chris
Andy
Martin,
wanted a
totally
retraction
unaware he
or
was
public
stepping into corporate
clarification.
warfare,
Like, bro,
cracked a
you want
joke
Chris
on
Martin to
stage.
go on stage
Either
and
they're
say,
having an affair,
sorry, I
or
didn't know
they're
they were
just really
sneaking
shy.
around.
Boom,
It gets
that one line
crazier
hit
at a
like a lightning
globally
strike.
live-streamed
After
concert.
that,
Come on, man.
insiders
That's
say
not how
Andy
this
Byron
works.
lost it.
Well, all this
We're talking
bro,
storming
you
backstage.
did
Tell me, what is this story? The CEO being at a Coldplay concert. What is that all about?
Okay, so I sent it to Rob. The guy is Andy Byron, and we fact checked it. He's the CEO of Astronomer. Okay, he's at a Coldplay concert, and with his HR head, Kristen Cabot, and they got caught on the Jumbotron. Rob, is the volume up? Because I believe the guy, the singer, Chris Martin, who's the guy?
Coldplay.
It's Coldplay singer. He says something like, oh, either they got caught or she's really shy.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? What?
Look at
Either
her
they're
friend.
having an affair or they're just very shy.
Oh, look at the friend, Pat Red.
I forgot question.
Oh my! So
look
that's
at
the
these two.
CEO of the company. He's at a Coldplay concert with the head of his HR, and
demanding
The
answers.
internet had a
Maybe
field
even
day.
confronting
Everyone was
Coldplay's
like,
team.
plot twist,
Possibly
it was
even Chris himself.
completely made
The vibe
up.
turned from
Please give us
concert to soap
privacy.
opera real
Yawn.
quick.
Now,
Big tech,
this is where things
celebrity
get juicy.
gossip,
And literally
and
too wholesome
scandal.
for drama.
Yeah, it's a
So
full-on
here's the tea.
crossover episode.
A Coldplay
Now
concert
picture this.
Jumbotron caught
You're
Andy
Andy
Byron,
Byron,
the CEO.
tech mogul,
Somebody crafted the
sitting in
ultimate
the
PR
nosebleeds
parody,
at a
and we
Coldplay
all
show,
fell for it.
thinking you're
Still,
flying
it
under the
felt
radar.
way too believable
Beside you,
because the
Kristen
real
Cabot,
statement,
the
basic.
person in
I'm
charge of
sorry.
workplace
I'm
ethics.
taking time
You
to
both
ref-
think,
of eyes,
no way
you
we
and
get
your
spotted
HR
up here.
chief snuggled up
Wrong.
like you're on The
camera
Bachelor,
hits,
and you both
you're up on the
immediately
big screen,
flinched like the
and
Avengers
y'all are
just snapped their
cuddled up
fingers.
like it's a
And then
romantic
comes the
movie
legendary
night.
moment.
Fans in the
Chris
arena
Martin
start
from the
gasping,
stage spots the camera
whispering,
footage
and recording.
completely
Then
unaware
Chris
of the
drops that
fallout
line.
he's about to call.
The
The moment
crowd
hit like a
roars,
nuke.
but
Yo, the
behind
internet
the
wasted
scenes,
zero
pure
time.
panic.
Like
The
within
internet
hours,
clocked
people
in
had
fast.
names,
Within
LinkedIn
hours, Twitter and
profiles,
Reddit
old
were working harder
interviews,
than
wedding
the FBI.
photos,
Names
corporate
were
bios,
found,
everything.
LinkedIn profiles
Reddit went
pulled up,
CSI mode.
wedding
Twitter
photos
sleuths were
circulating.
like, wait,
Kristen
that's not his
Cabot,
wife. And
Chief
within
People
minutes,
Officer.
boom,
Oh,
Kristen
the
Cabot
irony.
identified.
She's
Chief
supposed to
People
uphold
Officer.
company
Literally the
values,
person in charge
and
of
it didn't
workplace
stop
behavior.
there.
Oh, the
Someone
irony,
dug up
the
Andy's wife's
humiliation is
Facebook.
global. Then comes the
Quiet
apology,
account,
or so
barely
we thought.
300
This letter starts
friends.
floating around.
Who is this guy? I
he's
don't know who it is.
a astronomer. His name is Andy Byron. I looked it up, Rob. Look what astronomer. It's like a tech type.
Is that really with his head of HR?
That's the head of his HR. Her name is Kristen Cabot. This is that's Grok is saying. Orchestrate from Kristen Cabot is the head of it. Their alleged affair was exposed on a kiss cam at Coldplay concert in Boston, sparking interest due to workplace ethics. That's what Grok is saying. How wild is that?
Why are we talking about this story?
It just happened before we came in here, but I mean, you know, those kiss cams, people are like, no, I don't want to kiss my
Coldplay
wife.
had a concert this morning?
In Boston. No, I don't think it was this morning.
Oh, last night.
Yeah, or
And
a couple days. I don't know when the actual concert
Vinny,
was.
Tom, do you know this person is or no?
X.
No, I think it's welcome to the instant news cycle and the internet and the kiss cam all come together.
Well, there you go, folks. If you were wondering, that's the head of HR. Okay. I mean,
Oh my God.
Around
and started
online,
tagging her in
supposedly
the
from
footage
Andy.
like,
It's got
just
Coldplay
in
lyrics
case
in it.
you
He's
missed
apologizing
this.
to his wife,
Within a
his
day,
family,
she
his
dropped his
company,
last
talking
name from
about
her
how the
profile.
moment was
No
private
comments,
and
no
violently
statements,
Chris made
just
helped
one
turn a simple
silent
camera
move that said
moment into a
everything.
viral spectacle.
Kristen's
Someone on
husband,
Reddit claimed
he's been
Andy sent a
silent
legal
too,
notice
but
about the video
sources say
being
he found out the
non-consensual,
same way
which
we all
might
did,
have some
online.
traction if he
No
wasn't in a
press
public
release,
arena with
no
cameras
interviews,
everywhere.
just
Here's the
digital
thing: you
fallout.
can't demand
And this
privacy
mess
while
didn't
being
stay on
broadcast
US
to
soil.
60,000
It went
people.
global.
Sitting with
Memes,
someone
think
who's not your
pieces,
wife.
TikTok
Hit like,
breakdowns,
hit
the
subscribe, and
scandal
buckle
hit
up.
everywhere.
This one's
Then
wild.
things got
Let's set
even
the scene.
wilder. Out of
Stop what
nowhere,
you're
this
doing.
letter starts
You are
floating
not
around,
going to believe how this story
supposedly
went
from
from
Andy.
Coldplay
It's an
concert
apology to his
corporate
wife.
scandal.
First off, I'd like to start off by saying Chris Martin is a little rat and a snake, and Coldplay is the worst band in human history. He broke the bro code. They just couldn't let me clap some cheeks in peace. They had to go out there and expose me in front of millions of people, and now my wife is about to take half my fortune and I'm left without any cheeks to clap. I'll be becoming a gooner. Look, yeah, I'll admit it. I got caught with my side piece from work. I'm sure I'm not the only guy who has a work wife or a work side piece, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know why everyone is acting like I'm the only guy that's doing this sort of thing.
Hey, Horn Dog, you just lost your wife and more than likely your job over some used up dried kitty and over an ugly ass married chick. You truly are the dumbest CEO ever, and Kalshi is giving you a 62% chance of leaving the company this month. Do you plan on leaving this month? What's taking so long to announce your resignation? Do you have any damn shame? Thank you, Horn Dog.
Look, I'm gonna stay under the radar for a bit and try to stay on, because now that my wife is about to leave me, I need a new work wife. Maybe they'll hire a better looking girl, who knows. Just don't mention my name for the next couple months. I'm gonna go become a gooner now until I find a new girl. Thank you.
His kids
to
and
a
his company.
billionaire
But here's
CEO
the crazy
allegedly
part.
beefing
It's got
with Chris
Coldplay
freaking
lyrics
Martin.
in it. He
Yes,
calls the whole
wrong,
moment a
because
violation
the camera
of
guy
privacy
saw
and
y'all.
signs off with,
Zoomed
"Lights
in,
will guide
big
you home,
screen,
and I will try
thousands.
to
Let's
fix
wrap
you."
this
A
up by
billionaire
giving a standing
CEO
ovation
caught
to the
slipping on a
real
date with
MVP
HR
in this whole
exposed at a
story. The
Coldplay
camera
show.
guy.
And quoting
LinkedIn
Coldplay
screenshots
in
where
his
people
apology,
are commenting
you couldn't make this up if you
Coldplay
tried.
lyrics
Man,
under
no way
Andy's
he did
job
that.
updates.
The
People
internet
listing
straight up
caught
torched him
by
for that
a
apology
jumbotron
letter.
at a
Comment
Coldplay
sections turned
concert
into war
as a new
zones.
way to
But that
describe
wasn't even
public
the craziest
humiliation.
part.
Oh,
Multiple
and then there's
insiders
Twitter
say
or
Andy
X.
wasn't just
Or
mad.
here's the
He was
part I think
spiraling.
Andy really
Dude
didn't factor
allegedly
in.
started pointing
The
fingers
internet
at Chris
never
Martin
lets
himself.
things go
Like
like ever.
That one
This isn't just some
off-the-cuff joke?
TMZ
It spiraled
clip
into
that
a
fades
full-blown
in a day.
PR
Nah,
disaster.
this is
Word on
the
the
kind of
street is
scandal
Andy,
that
or
lives
someone
in
in his
reaction
camp,
videos,
hit up
memes,
Coldplay's management,
corporate ethics
blaming Chris for turning a
slideshows,
private
and parody
moment into
TikToks
internet
until the
wildfire.
end of time.
And get this,
If he
some
sues
say Andy even
Coldplay,
asked
he
for a
becomes an
retraction.
even bigger
Like, you want
meme.
Chris
His
Martin to
marriage,
come back on
it's
stage
probably
and say,
done.
"Oops, my
his
bad,"
reputation,
for exposing the
tarnished.
sneaky
And
date
his
night?
own
Be for
employees, they're
real. Then
reportedly
it gets
mocking
even
him behind the
wilder.
scenes.
A Reddit
Meanwhile,
user claimed
people
Andy
online
tried to
are
lawyer
rooting
up,
for his wife.
sending a legal
Get
notice
that
saying the
divorce.
video was
Take the
non-consensual.
company.
Bruh,
Get half.
you were at a
queen.
sold-out
And honestly,
stadium,
who can
public
blame her?
concert,
There's already
60,000
remix edits
fans,
of Chris
live
Martin
stream,
singing "Fix
cameras
You"
everywhere.
with the cheating
You're
video
cuddled up
playing
with
in
your
the background,
coworker,
or whatever
the head of
Elon's
HR,
calling it now.
and now
Some
you're
of the
yelling,
tweets are brutal.
"Invasion
All are
of privacy?"
cruel, and
That's
I'm
not
here
how
for
this
it. And here's the
works.
problem for
Meanwhile,
Andy.
Chris Martin,
You can't
silent,
out-PR
no
the
tweet,
internet
no my bad,
anymore. Your
not even a
lawyers
cheeky
can't shut
lyric.
it down.
And
Your
honestly,
crisis team
that's how
can't
you handle
scrub
it.
memes.
Chris was just
Jumbotron,
having fun
operated
with the
by the
crowd.
real MVP.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
The woman who shot that now infamous Coldplay kiss cam that caught two executives apparently cheating is speaking out to Inside Edition. 28-year-old Grace Springer was at the concert at the Gillette Stadium in Boston and captured the moment that has now been viewed 53 million times.
I could have never guessed that it would be such high-profile individuals in the video. I do feel sorry for their partners and spouses that they had to find out this way.
Do you think if they had not tried to hide, Coldplay would have moved on?
100%. I think if they acted natural, no one would have thought twice. What a cute couple. I mean, I'm sure people in their inner circle might have caught something, but I definitely wouldn't have posted that video if the reaction wasn't the way that it was.
We're going to continue to expand globally.
Andy Byron, CEO of a billion-dollar AI company, and Kristen Cabot, his head of human resources, were seen shrinking in panic at the concert.
Tossing a little
the camera
joke
guy
like
who
he
said,
always
"You know
does.
what?
He
Let's
had
get a
no
close-up
idea
of
it
this
would throw a
suspiciously
billionaire's
cozy
world into
couple and
flames.
Rosie."
But let's
Andy
be real.
Byron thought he was
Chris
safe in
doesn't
the
owe
nosebleeds.
anyone anything.
Instead,
If
he
a
got a
Coldplay
front row
joke
seat
wrecked
to the
your
downfall of his
personal
own
life,
career.
maybe the
And
joke
Chris
wasn't the
Martin
problem.
unintentionally
Now let's
set off.
shift
There's just
gears,
something poetic
'cause
about the
things
fact
at
that a company that
Astronomer,
deals in
Andy's
data
company,
and visibility
are looking
got
rough.
taken down by a
Kristen
literal
Cabot,
spotlight.
gone
It's
from
like
the
the
company
universe said,
website.
let's make
Word
this
is she's
ironic.
either
The
been
camera guy may
quietly
not have
cut
known
loose
who Andy
or put
Byron
on
was.
leave.
Or
And this isn't
maybe he
just
did.
tabloid
Maybe it was an
gossip.
inside job. A
Insiders
former
say there's a
employee getting
full-on
that
internal
petty revenge,
investigation
full
happening
divorce,
right now.
a
They're
corporate
combing through
HR
everything.
investigation,
Company funds,
a
travel
million
receipts,
memes,
expense
and now
reports,
a
calendar
rumored
invites, all getting
confrontation
audited.
with Chris
People
Martin.
want to know,
One dude,
were
one
business
camera,
trips
one
really
zoom,
business?
and boom,
Or were
man's
they
career is
booking
hanging by a
strategy
Coldplay
meetings
lyric.
in
I'm
random
not saying it's
cities with no
conspiracy,
clients? 'Cause
but
that's
I would
not
watch that
strategy.
documentary.
That's a
Either
cover
way,
story.
we all owe
And
that
Andy,
camera operator
still
a thank you.
technically
Without him,
CEO
Andy would still be
for
faking
now.
smiles at
But
board
the
meetings,
board is holding
and we'd have
closed
no
door
idea
meetings.
what's really going down
Never a
behind
good
those
sign.
executive glass
Once
doors.
this hit the
So,
headlines What's the moral of the story? Don't cheat, or if you are cheating, and please don't do it at a Coldplay Coldplay concert in front of it. This concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoveTube for future celebrity videos and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then,
conference photos, office party clips,
corporate meltdown with one line. This story has drama, irony, betrayal, a stadium audience, and an unbothered pop star. If this were a Netflix series, we'd all binge it in one night. Do you think Andy actually tried to blame Coldplay? Should Chris Martin respond? And who's more at fault, the CEO, the HR chief, or the camera guy who exposed it all? Let me know in the comments. I'm reading all of them. And remember, always assume the Jumbotron is watching. Anyway, about workplace relationships. You can't make this stuff up. Imagine sitting through one of her trainings last month only to see her boot up on the Jumbotron the next. You'd be like, wait, is this part of the slide deck? Also, there's something weird about how comfortable they look together. People have pointed out this wasn't a new affair vibe. This looked established, like this was not their first Coldplay concert together. Now Andy's in a lose-lose-lose situation. If he stays at the company, people question leadership integrity. If he steps down, it confirms guilt at that.
He's married with teenage children. Kristen Cabot has been divorced for 3 years. She was hired just 8 months ago. And now that 15 seconds of video is having a devastating impact on both of their lives. The New York Post front page headline, Dumbotron. I spoke with workplace expert Stephen Viscusi.
This requires, to me, not one, but 2 resignations.
Fortune magazine is predicting severe consequences for the company's culture, reputation, and financial stability.
Oh, look at these two.
Parodies and memes are flooding social media.
Oh, look at these two.
All right, come on, you're okay?
Byron's wife isn't laughing. She's scrubbed her social media.
I think cheating is an abomination, okay? And this man has a wife, he has children, these kids are gonna have to watch and see this. They don't look, I would be devastated if I was his wife.
You do have to think about the children and the spouses. We're all laughing about it, but they're all families and stuff.
There are a lot of damage.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Coldplay
Even hotel
concert.
receipts.
Whoever you are,
Investors
you deserve
losing
a
it.
raise
They're
and
demanding
an award
answers and
and your
fast
own
because
TED
now
Talk.
it's
Like
not
think
just an
about it.
HR
That
issue,
one
it's a
decision
money
to
issue.
zoom in on a
and
random
about that
couple in the
apology
crowd
letter,
triggered
screenshots
a
leaked into
multi-million-dollar
investor group chats,
PR
and it
disaster.
backfired
A
hard.
probable
One
is
source
she's
said
either
it
been
made
quietly
Andy
let
look
go
more
or on
poetic
leave.
than
Internal
professional.
sources
That's
say
not
a
just
full
cringe.
investigation has been
That's a
launched.
red
They're
flag
looking
in the
into
corporate world.
whether they
Kristen
used company
still
funds
goes.
for personal
No
trips,
post,
if the
no
affair
comment,
violated
total
company
silence.
ethics
Word
policies,
is she's
if
already
other
lawyered
execs
up.
knew and
Andy,
didn't report
he's
it,
trying to
and
play it
Andy,
cool like
still
business as
CEO
usual,
for
but
now.
he just
But there are
canceled 2
rumors that
major
the board is
speaking gigs
meeting
last
behind
minute.
closed doors.
One of them was
And
a
let's be
keynote
honest,
at
a
a top
CEO
tech
having a
leadership
public
summit.
scandal
That's
with the
not
head of
nothing.
HR, that's
You
the
don't ditch
exact
that
kind of
unless the
thing that
walls
gets
are closing
investors
in.
nervous.
Even folks
Fast,
deep
of a
inside
billion-dollar
the
tech
world are
company
speaking up
cuddled
now,
up with his company's
saying
head of
this
HR.
Coldplay
Problem
chaos
is,
might actually shift
neither of
how
them were
HR
married to each
relationships
other.
are
And when
handled
that
across
camera
the
zoomed
entire
in,
industry.
they
This isn't
panicked
just some
like the
juicy
spotlight
drama.
was an
It's
FBI
turning
raid.
into a case study.
Then Chris
And
Martin
while
threw a
Andy
casual
probably
line out
wants
like
this
he
whole
was just
thing to
interacting with
vanish,
fans
that
and made a
video
joke,
is still
a lighthearted,
live.
off-the-cuff
Millions of
joke
views,
that unfortunately
parody edits,
turned out to be a
meme
heat-seeking
remixes,
missile for Andy's whole
TikToks,
life. But
the
let's be
whole
real,
circus.
Chris doesn't
And
owe
one thing
anybody
the internet
anything
never
here. If your
does,
biggest
forget.
problem is that
Let's be
Coldplay
honest. When the
accidentally
CEO
exposed your
gets caught
affair,
cuddled
maybe
up
the
on the
real issue
Jumbotron
is
with
let's
the head
not
of
overlook
HR,
the comedy
that's
here.
not just
Kristen
embarrassing.
was
It's a
head of
corporate
HR,
nightmare.
the person
Investors are
who
already
writes the
panicking,
workplace ethics
and for good
policies,
reason.
the
This
one who
isn't office
probably
gossip,
made
it's
the
front-page
power.
material.
Once it's
And the
out,
worst part,
it's everywhere,
Kristen's the
and
one
it will
who
never
literally writes the
fully
company's
die.
ethics
Point
handbook.
about
You can't make this
workplace
stuff up.
relationships.
She was probably
You can't
leading
make this
Zoom
stuff up.
seminars on
Imagine
professional
sitting
boundaries
through one of her
and giving
trainings
PowerPoints
last
on avoiding
month
workplace
only to see her
favoritism.
boot up
Fast
on the
forward, next thing you
Jumbotron
know,
the next.
she's
You'd be
hugged up
like,
on screen
wait,
with her
is this
boss
part
like
of the
it's the
slide
HR
deck?
version
Also,
of The
there's something
Bachelor.
weird about how
People were
comfortable
cracking
they
up
look
online,
together.
like,
People
is
have
this a
pointed
training
out
module
this
or a
wasn't a
reality
new
show called
affair
Real
vibe.
Housewives
This
of
looked
Silicon Valley?
established.
But it
Like this
wasn't
was
even
not their
just that they
first
got caught.
Coldplay
It was the
concert
vibe.
together.
They looked
Now
too
Andy's in a
relaxed, like this
lose-lose-lose
wasn't some new
situation.
fling.
If he
Nah,
stays at
this
the
felt like
company, people
Coldplay Date Night
question
Part
leadership
3.
integrity.
People
If he
online were
steps
saying,
down, it
"They've done
confirms
this
guilt
before,
at that
just never
Coldplay
got caught."
concert.
That's
Whoever
why it
you
hits
are,
so
you
different.
deserve a
It
raise
didn't scream
and an
accident.
award
It
and your own
screamed
TED
routine.
Talk. Like,
And
think
now,
about it. That
Andy's
one
trapped in a
decision
triple
to zoom in
disaster.
on a
Stay
random
in power
couple
at
in the
astronomer.
crowd
People won't
triggered
trust
a
his leadership.
multi-million-dollar
Step down,
PR
that's basically
disaster.
an admission
A
of guilt.
probable
And
is
if he
she's
tries
either
to
been
sue
quietly
Coldplay,
let go
forget
or
it.
on leave.
He'll go down
Internal
as a
sources
walking
say a
meme
full
for life.
investigation
Every
has been
move he
launched.
makes now
They're
just
looking
digs him
into
in deeper.
whether they
His
used
marriage,
company funds
most
for personal
likely done.
trips.
His
If the affair
reputation,
violated
cooked
company ethics
inside the
policies,
company.
if other
Word
execs
is
knew and
employees are
didn't
straight
report
up
it,
clowning
and
him in
Andy,
Slack
still
threads.
CEO
the boss
for now.
being the
But there are
punchline
rumors
at the
that the
water
board is
cooler,
meeting
that
behind
stings
closed
more
doors.
than
And
the
let's be
headlines.
honest, a
Meanwhile,
CEO having
the
a
real
public scandal
internet
with the head of
MVP
HR,
right now
that's
is
the
Andy's
exact
wife.
kind of thing thing that gets
People
investors
online are
nervous.
rallying behind her
Fact, of a
hard,
billion-dollar tech
dropping
company
comments like,
cuddled up with his
"Take half
company's
and
head of
live your
HR.
best life,
Problem
queen."
is,
And let's be honest,
neither of them were
who's
married
disagreeing?
to each other.
But
And when
here's
that
where
camera
Andy
zoomed
messed
in,
up the most.
they
He
panicked like the
underestimated
spotlight
the
was an
internet.
FBI
This
raid.
isn't some
Then Chris Martin threw a
48-hour
casual
TMZ
line
blip.
out like
Nah,
he was
this
just
is
interacting
forever.
with fans
It's
and made a
burned
joke,
into
a lighthearted,
TikToks,
off-the-cuff
Reddit
joke
threads,
that unfortunately
HR
turned out to be a
and meme
heat-seeking
pages
missile
for
for Andy's
eternity.
whole life.
There are
But let's be
remix
real,
videos
Chris doesn't
now.
owe anybody
Chris Martin
anything.
singing
If your
"Fix
biggest
You,"
problem is that
while that
Coldplay
Coldplay
accidentally
Jumbotron
exposed your
clip of
affair,
Andy and
maybe the
Kristen
real
plays in
issue
the
is
background.
let's
It's
not
brutal.
overlook the
And over
comedy
on LinkedIn,
here.
people are
Kristen
dropping
was
Coldplay
head of HR,
lyrics
the
under Andy's old
person
posts
who
like,
writes the
"When you try your
workplace
best,
ethics
but you
policies.
don't
The
succeed,
one who probably
savage."
made the
One
power
person even
once it's
called it the
out,
worst
it's
ethics
everywhere,
fail since
and it
Enron.
will never
Others are
fully
now
die.
using
And
"Caught
you
by a
both immediately
Jumbotron"
flinch
at a
like the
Coldplay
Avengers
concert
just snap their
as
fingers.
slang for
And then
getting
comes the
exposed in
legendary
public.
moment.
Like,
Chris
this
Martin
scandal
from the
has
stage
officially
spots
gone
the camera
cultural.
footage
In
and
Twitter
completely
or
unaware of the
X, or
fallout he's
whatever
about to
Elon's
cause. The moment
calling
hit
it
like a
now,
nuke.
the roast is
The internet
nonstop.
wasted
One
zero
tweet
time.
said,
Like within
"Cheated on his
hours,
wife,
people had
caught on
names,
camera."
LinkedIn
And now
profiles,
mad at
old
Chris Martin
interviews,
like he's
wedding
the
photos,
relationship
corporate
FBI.
bios,
Another said,
everything.
"Plot
Reddit
twist.
went CSI
Chris was
mode,
singing
Twitter sleuths
"Fix
were
You"
like,
to
wait,
Andy's
that's
wife
not
the
his
whole
wife.
time.
And
The
within
internet
minutes,
is
boom,
undefeated.
Kristen
You
Cavett
can't hire a
identified.
PR team
Chief
strong
People
enough to
Officer.
scrub memes.
Literally the person
You
in
can't
charge
send
of
a
workplace
cease and
behavior.
desist to
Oh, the
TikTok.
irony. The
Once it's
humiliation
out there,
is global.
it's
Then
stamped
comes
in
the
digital
apology,
stone.
or so we
Andy
thought.
can
This
try to
letter
move
starts
on.
floating
But
around
this
online.
one, it's part of
Supposedly from
internet
Andy.
history
It's got
now.
Coldplay
So
lyrics
let's give
in
a
it. He's
massive
apologizing to
standing
his wife,
ovation
his
to the
family, his
real
company,
hero
talking
of
about
this
how
whole
the moment
saga,
was
the
private
Coldplay
and
camera guy.
violated. Chris
Whoever
May
you
helped
are,
turn a
you
simple
deserve
camera
a
moment
raise, a
into a
trophy,
viral spectacle.
and maybe
Someone
a
on Reddit
limited
claimed
series
Andy
on
sent a
Netflix.
legal notice
One
about the
camera
video
zoom.
being
That's all it took.
non-consensual,
And
which
boom,
might
corporate
have some
meltdown,
traction if he wasn't in a
relationship
public
collapse,
arena with
viral
cameras everywhere.
memes,
Here's
and
the
a
thing.
whole new
You can't
definition
demand
of
privacy
public
while being
exposure.
broadcast
Absolutely
to 60,000
legendary.
people.
And now,
Sitting with someone
word on
who's
the
not
street
your
is there's
wife. Some
low-key beef brewing
TMZ
between
clip
Andy
that
Byron and
fades
Chris
in a
Martin
day.
behind the
Nah,
scenes.
this is
1
the
second
kind of
footage,
scandal
one
that
zoomed
lives
in
in
shot,
reaction
and Andy's
videos,
whole empire
memes,
is hanging by a
corporate
Coldplay
ethics,
lyric. The
slideshows,
irony.
and
Too
parody
perfect.
TikToks
This man built
until
a company
the end of
all
time.
about data
If he
visibility
sues
just to get
Coldplay,
exposed
he becomes
by
an
actual
even bigger
stadium
meme.
spotlight.
His
The
marriage,
universe really
it's probably
said,
done.
"Oh, you
His
like
reputation
transparency?
tarnished.
Bet.
And his
let's
own
talk
employees,
poetic
they're
justice
reportedly
for a
mocking
sec.
him
Chef's
behind the
kiss.
scenes.
Whether that
Meanwhile,
camera
people
guy
online
knew who
are
Andy
rooting
was or
for his
not
wife.
doesn't even
Get
matter
that
at this point.
divorce.
But imagine
Take
if
the
he
company.
did.
Get
Like,
half.
what if it was a
queen.
former
And honestly,
employee
who can
just
blame
living
her?
their
There's
best
already
life, vibing in
remix
the
edits
crowd,
of Chris
spotted
Martin
Andy cuddled
singing
up
"Fix
and thought,
You" with
"Oh,
the
now's
cheating
my
video
moment."
playing in
Not
the background.
saying it was an
And then
inside
someone
job,
finds Andy's
but if
wife's
Netflix
Facebook.
dropped
She has
a
like
doc called
300
Zoom,
friends.
the
She
camera
probably
that
thought she was
exposed the
safe
CEO,
until
you
10,000
already know we'd be
strangers start
first in
tagging
line.
her in the
Either
video
way,
and commenting things.
whoever
He
that
later removed
camera
his last
operator
name
was,
from her profile.
MVP.
No statement,
Without
no
that
post,
Zoom,
just a
Andy
silent
would
nuke.
still be
Kristen's
giving
husband,
fake
no
smiles
official
in
word,
boardrooms
but insiders
and
say
hiding
he found out
skeletons
online.
behind polished
Some even
corporate
say
doors.
Andy wanted
That
a
camera
retraction
didn't
or
just catch a
public
moment. It
clarification.
dropped a
Like, bro,
digital truth
you want
bomb.
Chris Martin to go
And
on
the
stage
lesson
and
here,
say,
real
"Sorry,
simple.
I didn't know
Don't
they were
cheat.
sneaking
But if
around."
you're gonna
It
ignore
gets
that
crazier
advice,
at a
and
globally
seriously
live-streamed
don't.
concert.
Maybe
Come on,
don't
man.
do it at a
That's not how
sold-out
this
concert in
works.
front
Well,
of a
all this
40-foot
bro,
LED screen.
you
Because
did
that camera
not.
didn't
The
hesitate.
internet had a
It
field
spotted
day.
something shady
Everyone
and
was
wrote
like,
312
plot
and
twist.
said,
It was
"Yep, let's go
completely made
full
up.
Zoom."
Please
Andy
give
thought
us
he was
privacy.
laying low in the
Yawn.
nosebleeds.
Now,
But all he
this is
did
where
was
things
buy a
get
front
juicy.
row
And then
seat
someone
to
finds
his own
Andy's
career
wife's
collapse.
Facebook. She has
And
like
Chris
300
Martin,
friends.
completely
She probably thought
clueless,
she was safe
just doing his
until
usual
10,000
charm thing on
strangers start
stage,
tagging her in the
drops
video
one
and commenting
casual
things. He
line,
later removed
and
his last name
accidentally
from her
triggers
profile.
one of the
No
wildest
statement,
corporate
no
scandals
post,
of the year.
just a silent
This
nuke.
whole
Kristen's
saga's got it
husband,
all.
no official
Betrayal,
word, but insiders
drama,
say he found out
irony,
online.
memes,
Some even
and a
say
whole
Andy wanted a
arena watching it
retraction or
unfold
public
live.
clarification.
If Netflix
Like,
isn't
bro,
turning
you
this
want
into
Chris
a
Martin to go
series
on
yet,
stage and
they're
say,
seriously
sorry,
fumbling
I
the
didn't know
gold
they were
mine.
sneaking
So here's
around.
what we want to know.
It gets crazy
Did Andy really
at a
try to come
globally
for
live
Coldplay?
streamed concert.
Should
Come on,
Chris
man.
Martin
That's not
respond
how
at
this
all?
works.
And be
Well, all
real,
this
who do you think is
bro,
most
you
at fault in
did
this whole
not.
mess?
The
Drop your
internet had a
thoughts in the
field day.
comments.
Everyone
Whose
was
side are
like,
you on?
plot twist.
And while
It was
you're here,
completely
don't forget
made
to
up.
smash that
Please
like,
give us privacy.
hit subscribe,
Yawn.
and
Now,
turn on
this is where
notifications
things
so
get
you
juicy.
never miss the next scandal that gets exposed in 4K. See you in the next one.